Hello everybody, today we're talking about how to keep your skin looking fresh and its best during summer. So it's summer now and it's really bright. I can barely look because I use the window for my lighting. I'm known amongst my friends for absolutely hating summer. I just don't like it, it's so bright. For a few reasons. It's uncomfortable, it's constantly muggy, I can't wear what I want, and my skin looks terrible. But I do have a few skincare tips that kind of keep me going through summer and keep me feeling a lot more comfortable and looking a lot fresher as well. So number one is washing your face. Obviously we all know we need to wash our face, but one thing people are tempted to do is constantly splash their face with water or wipe their skin or cleanse constantly throughout the day rather than sticking to their twice a day or once a day, whatever it is you choose to do. This can really irritate your skin. Personally, I find that it really irritates my skin. I've got oily skin and it just makes my skin keep producing more and more oils. I get really spotty and my skin just goes crazy. So there's one thing I like to do, and that is use a face wipe. Now we're not going to be using it to actually wipe our face, but what I like to do is get the face wipe. I like something like tea tree because it's refreshing without drying out your skin as well. And I just like to pat on the skin rather than rubbing. This instantly refreshes you, gets rid of any excess oil, and helps me keep spot free as well. Speaking of refreshing the skin, another thing I love to take out with me is a face mist. Face mists are just really there to kind of keep the pH balance of your skin all happy and harmonious. But one thing I like about it is when I spray it, not only does it make me feel look cooler and refreshed, but also somehow makes my skin look less sweaty and oily and less congested looking as well. So I just spray this around my area maybe a couple of times a day. I don't want to overspray, but just a few times a day is enough to keep me looking presentable, I guess. I use this one by CosRx, but you can also make your own. Really simple bit of aloe vera gel and water. Number three is to remember to use a separate SPF. A lot of people say, oh, I've got my SPF in my moisturizer, but I really don't feel, and dermatologists feel, it doesn't matter what I feel, dermatologists say that this simply isn't enough and that you do have to use a separate SPF. SPF should always be the final step in your routine, so once you've applied your moisturizer, even if it's got SPF 50 in it, apply another SPF. You need to use a good amount of SPF continuously throughout the day as well, rather than just hoping that little bit of SPF within your moisturizer is going to do enough. Number four is using a gel moisturizer. If you're like me and you get sweaty and oily throughout the day, especially oily, then you might want to try a gel moisturizer. They're super lightweight, but really nourishing and moisturizing. The fact that it's gel moisturizer helps lock in your moisture, but doesn't leave your skin feeling greasy, looking greasy, and feeling, oh my god, it's so right, and heavy with moisture. And if like me, you haven't quite found that right SPF, you're probably using an SPF that you find maybe is a little bit too heavy. So the fact that you have to kind of layer up so many layers still in summer, it's nice to have a moisturizer that's super lightweight so you can put your SPF over the top without feeling bogged down with product. Number five is to exfoliate during the summer. Not only does exfoliating keep your tan looking nice and even and healthy, but it helps with kind of that horrible congested sweaty feeling that we get, and also helps to minimize the appearance of our pores as well, which I don't know about you guys, but during summer my pores look massive and very, very obvious, especially in the cheek area and on the nose. So I like to use a kind of chemical exfoliator, an AHA exfoliator. I can use this every other day without sensitizing my skin. And again, it's best not to use something like a physical exfoliator or like a spinning brush, a cleansing brush to exfoliate, because I just find that these further irritate your skin. When you got all these other factors within summer irritating your skin, making you break out more, you kind of want to be as gentle as possible to avoid any further breakouts. My final tip is the 7 skin method. We've talked about this before. It's basically using a toner 7 times, a moisturizing toner 7 times to moisturize your skin, make it look plumper and healthier. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles as well. So this is literally putting a toner in your hand, like doing that, then patting 7 times. This is really good for me, again, someone with oily skin, to moisturize my skin without having to apply moisturizer. So sometimes during the day, I will skip a moisturizer, then use it in the evening. I'll do the 7 skin method to give my skin that moisture. You're still getting that good moisturization, but this is good for all skin types as well, if it's just too hot to keep applying products over and over on your face. So they are my top tips for looking after your skin in summer. Share your tips down below if you have any little hacks or cheats or I don't know what we call them nowadays. Leave them down below, but that's it from me now, guys. I will see you next time.